Hey guys, this is Watchalewknat, and today we got the review on the Aries Stoner LMG. Hope you enjoy the video. Hey guys, so here is my review on the Aries Stoner LMG. It has taken me over a month of postponing to actually make the video on it, so sorry for that. But since there's a lot of stuff I want to go over on this gun, we're going to skip talking about the box and what it comes with. But just in case you do want to know, you really do get what you pay for. Packaging is really good. You get 3 rails and a vertical foregrip that I decided to use on another gun. So if you're looking for attachments, don't worry, the gun comes with a lot of them. Starting off with quality control here. As you can tell, attached to the trigger guard of the Aries LMG itself is a testing sticker. And with this model, its item number is MG006. I'm guessing the MG stands for machine gun. And its average meters per second was 111.2, which comes out to 1.23 joules. And as you'll see in my chrono test, that roughly comes out to about 360 to 370 FPS. So far, really consistent, but it's really nice that any company puts a touch like this to the gun, especially with a price tag that comes along with the Aries LMG. Starting off with the front end of the Aries LMG, as you see, I have attached a metal flash hider. The gun does come stock with a orange flash hider, and the very front piece of the barrel right here comes orange. So a simple procedure. All you can do is put electrical black tape there, or if you want to take the further step of painting it, you can do so. But with a more pricier gun, something if you might want to sell it in the future, it's really good to keep as most things stock as possible. So I just decided to use the electrical tape there, to make it a simple aesthetic fix. As you see, we have a standard front sight here. Kind of looks similar to a M4 sight, but overall very easy to use, very open, which is pretty good for a quick target acquisition. Okay guys, starting off with the rail system of the Aries LMG here. A very simple but very effective rail system. If I was to compare it into length, I'd say it is exactly or approximately the length of your standard M4 RIS system. We'd say roughly about 6 inches. So a decent sized rail system. It goes on all 4 sides of the gun. So this is probably the most modular LMG you can buy out of the box, similar to the GMPs, how they come with rails. So overall a really nice touch, and it's better than buying your standard A&K M249 saw where you have to buy the lower receiver with a rail or do some type of your own modification. And as you see, with my own personal touch, I have attached the UTG OD rail covers. They're slightly rubberized, and it gives it a really good feel for an LMG like this. Gives it a simple look, and it kind of matches the color scheme of the mag. Moving on to trades of this gun, part of the reason why it took this gun such a long time to be released was the fact that it had licensing problems. That with being with Knight's Armament, Aries took the step of waiting a little bit while longer, but making an agreement of putting these trays up here. So we do have the very nice Stoner LMG 5.56mm, a unique serial number, and the Knight's Armament logo on the right side, as also with the left side. Moving on to some special features. Just like most LMGs out there in the market, you have a quick detach button somewhere located to the middle top of the gun. With the Aries LMG, it's located right here at the top. All you do is push it in, and the barrel becomes unattached on the front end of the gun. As previously stated, this is your battery compartment. At first, it might seem small, but as you'll see later on in the video, you do have other options if you don't like using stick batteries. Okay guys, here's the top cover of the Aries LMG. This is mainly how you'd get to your mag wires and your battery wires. So basically you push in these 2 tabs right here. That will lift right up, and then as you see, you have your 2 connectors. Those are for your battery. You just undo these. After you undo that, you lift up the secondary top cover. That's what I'm going to be calling it for now. And then, as you can see down there, you have your battery wires. Since I have gloves on right now, I'm not going to unplug it, but basically showing you those are the batteries, or those are the wires of the gun itself right there. It's all located right there. At first, I'd got to admit, it was kind of, you got to get used to it. It takes a couple times, but it is fairly easy to do. And then, as I said before, a video I'll be doing on how to for the Aries LMG in the future. I'll just give you a short rundown of it right now. If you were to say want to run a PEC box battery, All you'd have to do is pull the Tamiya connector up through this front piece right here. You lift down the top cover, and just like the battery wire, you could run it through this channel right here, through the side of the mag and out to the side, and there's just enough internal wire for it to come out right there. And then all you'd have to do is have a PEC box battery with a long enough wire, and you'd be good to go. Okay guys, running into more features of the gun. As you see on the side, we have the charging handle. Disappointingly, there's no resistance to it. It is just a very easy pullback. Only thing holding it back is a very weak spring. I guess it's just, you know, when you're out there playing, say you reload a mag, it's just cool to rack it back. There's really nothing else to it though. It doesn't reveal a hop up. It's kind of like the M249 saw that A&K makes, but at least the A&K has a stronger spring and there's more metal parts behind it. This just kind of feels plasticky, but you can pull it back all you want, you'll never break it. Located directly under that is the safety selector switch. As this is an LMG, you only have two options, full auto or safety. In the parallel position of the gun or to the ground, it is on safety. Pull it down 45 degrees. Now it is on full auto, you know you're ready to shoot. Okay guys, now moving on to the receiver of the gun. Here we have the flat top rail, really nice. I like the milling design that Aries decided to take. Just that holding isn't just a completely different look than what you're used to, and I'm sure it probably takes down on a little bit of the weight, but it's just little touches. I like the attention to detail, especially when you're going to fork out the money arm on this gun. But moving away from the rail, we have the rear sight. This is, you know, Knight's Armament sight, really good, really nice quality. It's not cheap, it's not loose, you know, it's exactly what you want. Flips down, flips up. You have all the adjustment knobs you would need to have. The only thing I'd have to bag on the rear sight though is detaching the sight. As you see, the knobber here that you use to loosen the sight to take it off the rail, it is a very small flathead style. So even if you're using the right size, it is really tight up on the rail. And the only way to really put an optic on this rail is to remove the rear sight, as you can tell in the previous part of the video where you saw how small the rail is. Now moving on to the stock of the gun, very simple design, you know, high speed, low drag I'd say. It looks like nothing but a buffer tube and then a butt plate in my opinion. But overall a really nice design. It is all metal. You have one button here on the side and then one on the other, and when you push these two in, stock comes right off, revealing the back of the gearbox. Okay guys, now taking a little bit closer look at the stock here. As I said, very streamlined. You hold the button in, you can literally just take the stock off of the buffer tube itself. I like it though. Very simple, nothing you got to worry about. Even though there is 6 positions, they are relatively close. Okay guys, so here is the magazine of the Aries LMG. As you see, it comes all with the fake bullets, something you don't get in like your standard A&K M249. And running through the bullets itself is the wire for the magazine, as this uses the same battery source that powers the gearbox of the gun. When you shoot the gun or when you pull the trigger, it also activates the magazine, so you don't have to worry about any special buttons or any crazy operations like that. This is just like any other AEG. It's just a standard point and shoot. This is 1100 round capacity, so it's not like your saws, but it does have an easy door on the side to fill up, so you don't have to worry about that. It's not like the small door you'd see on your saw, unless you're just taking the whole side off and doing that. I never saw that as being reliable though. I think 1100 rounds is enough for me for my style of support weapon. I'm more of like a 5-round burst. When they put their head back up, shoot again. So I think 1100 rounds is good enough for me, because I can go through a whole day using a standard AEG and only go through 600 bullets. But that's my style. Maybe 1100 is not enough for you, but as long as you carry enough speed loaders or BBs on you. As you see, I use custom speed loaders, so I really have no problem with that. As you see, the magazine is really lightweight, really nice design. It's covered in this olive drab clothing, so it's really nice. It's actually really durable, but the only disappointment is that they could have actually, you know, there's more room down here. They could have, you know, made the box maybe a little bit bigger, maybe like a 1500 round drum. That would have been pretty ideal for me. But besides that, you just have the quick detach right here, and then the feeding nozzle on the bottom of the gun instead of the side. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed my review on the Aries LMG. So far, I really love the gun. It does have its hiccups though. As you know, it's kind of a love-hate relationship to have a gun, or an LMG, that the battery also activates the magazine. One, it takes some of the power from the gun and takes it to the magazine, and two, it takes away from the battery life. So stock with this gun, if you were to use an 8.4 battery, you get a very low rate of fire, maybe 10, not even, 11 at the most, depending on how big the battery is. And then moving on, I use a 9.6 in here. I probably get right at 12. So for me, 12 is enough. For others, I'm pretty sure that's going to be kind of lacking. Just to give you a little rate of fire test though, that's a dead battery. But, as you see, rate of fire for some people, they're not going to like it. I'll say that much. Personally, for me though, it really doesn't bother me as much. So it's really in all of what you like. Overall though, I did buy the gun for its sleek, slim look, for the weight. It's easily 4 to 5 pounds lighter than any saw or any saw para I've ever held. So that's always a nice thing. And the fact that you don't have to worry about the buttons on the mag, and the fact that the magazine does fill the gun from the bottom, that's always a nice touch too. So besides that though, I really think for $500, or for me $430 on the Evite coupon, it's really worth it, at least in my mind. Because if we were to compare this, I know I keep going back to a saw because that's what I used to own. Saw stock, you're probably looking right at $300. For that, you don't get the rail system, you don't get a magazine that is wired to the same power source of the gun, and you don't get the awesome trades or the fake bullets. So yeah, you're adding easily $150 to that price tag, and you do get all these other features. But overall, I think it's really worth it in my mind. Now it's up to you. You've seen the review, and in the next couple of days, you'll see the shooting test. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed the video. This has been a What You Looking At review, and I'm out.